I don't even know how to start this video. Okay. Hi guys, so we're starting our video today, putting my hair back so we can continue to do our makeup. I just wanted to say that today I'm not the happiest, and I've been feeling like this for a while now. I've been feeling like this for a couple weeks. I just feel like this morning I woke up and it just all hit me like a train. I went to sleep and then I woke up and I got told something. And it really took a huge toll on my mental health, and I'm one that overthinks about absolutely everything, and if it's out of my control, I feel like it's the end of the world. So today I just wanted to talk about makeup, do our makeup together, but at the same time make sure that we're okay. Sometimes we have to sit down and do the things that we love while we're making sure that every one of us is okay, and I feel like that's just what I wanted to do today while I try a new product today. So I'm going to be very real today. There's not going to be very much cuts in this because it's just going to be my full raw feelings. But yeah guys, we're going to start off with the NARS Pure Radiant Tinted Moisturizer, and this has 30 SPF. I'm very excited. So it has sunscreen built in. I don't know how I want to apply this. I think like with a brush or a blender. Can't seem to figure it out. I think I would just put something like that to start. This isn't the best way to apply it because this is in the way. Hi baby. My one has been consoling me all day today. Hi baby. You guys come say hi? This is our mommy. Hello. Right there. Do you want to say hello to everybody? Oh, this color is a little dark for me. I'll lighten it up with some concealer afterwards, but okay, right away, last time I checked, the tinted moisturizer was not supposed to be this full coverage. I'm a little confused, but confused in a good way. Wow, okay. Go off, NARS. I didn't have a light shade, so I really wanted to use these babies. These babies are definitely for when I'm tan, but hopefully this summer I get some sun. Speaking about sun, I feel like I'm happiest when it's summertime, and it's now spring, so it's almost summer, and it's going to start to feel a little bit more like summer vibes, but I don't know guys, I'm just feeling off. But the way that I've been feeling has been going on for a while now, so I really just think it has to do with something that I have to deal with within myself. But I don't know what it is, and that's the problem. And this is one thing that I do want to talk about with mental health, is that a lot of the time for people that are diagnosed with anxiety or have depression, these are very common things to go through. There's going to be a lot of times when you're going to be feeling very, very low and not necessarily know what the cause of it is or like why you even really feel like that. I'm just going to speak for myself. I'm going to be using the MAC Studio Fix 24-Hour Concealer. And I really need to lighten up my face because we're looking a little crazy right now. But if we're talking about the coverage, we get some really good coverage with this tinted moisturizer. This is nothing like any other tinted moisturizer I've ever seen, so I'm impressed already with that. I know I don't have to use as much product, but if I'm trying to lighten up my entire face from an accidental bad color match, it's what I gotta do. This isn't really a tutorial, guys. This is just me playing around with some new makeup while we talk about things that need to be talked about. There's a lot of times that I've felt in my whole entire lifespan, which I'm 22 years old and I've been having anxiety, I would say probably since high school. It really started very badly when I was in my senior year. My senior year was tremendously, how do I even word it? It just really opened my eyes my senior year, because before I never really felt as strongly as I did with my anxiety, and I never knew what it was until my best friend Allie kind of brought it to light and said that she was getting like anxious, nervous, you know, around certain people, certain situations, certain classrooms that we would be in, and we would both be 1000% in tune with what we both felt. And we've always been this way since we were kids. We've always felt the same things, and I don't know if that's just like a best friendship or we really just had the same things going on, or both. But we've always felt the same way. We've always felt very anxious, and that we couldn't really sit still, I felt like, in certain classes, because we felt so uncomfortable with the energy that was in that room, or even the people that were just in the room. We actually had an English class where we would always both dread going to. Like, it was that one, and also chemistry at one point. I believe that was our senior year too. Basically, we just felt the same. And we still to this day don't exactly know what it was, but we just know that we felt it. So, of course, trusting each other, and you know, of course we discussed it, and we just came to terms that it was that we had bad anxiety. I literally looked into my mirror and thought something was behind me over there. I've been very jumpy as well, like seeing figures almost, and just weird things, guys. I just feel like my whole entire life experiences recently have been really off and odd, and I can't really explain. Like, I just feel weird, and people around me, of course, have tried to help me. I don't really like to talk about my feelings very much, but I just felt compelled to make this video because I know that a lot of you go through the same thing and you don't exactly know how to word it, and a lot of you don't feel normal, or you feel like you're the only one. And here I am to tell you that you're not alone. The way that we feel may vary, but a lot of us have very similar things that go on in our life where we feel trapped. A lot of the time I feel crazy even for feeling the way that I do, because I'm like, I'm so grateful for all the things that I have. So why is it that I'm sad? Like, I have this, this, and this, but why am I still sad? And I talk to God. I am a believer in God. I talk to him, you know. I talk to him when I feel happy. I talk to him when I feel sad. There's so many times where I just sit back and reflect and try as hard as I can to figure out what it is. What is the root of my sadness? What is it that's confusing me? What is it that's kind of setting me off? Because when I start to feel anxious, the way that I know when I'm about to have a panic attack or an anxiety attack is I start to get irritable, easily irritable for like the smallest things. And it's not even because of the person. It's genuinely just because that's how my anxiety works. And it's really just different for everyone. Anxiety is not going to be the same for everyone, but we will have similar things, you know, that we can relate to. These bursts of just sadness, these waves of sadness just rush up against me, and I just saw another like figure almost. And then I also feel like I can't breathe. I feel like I have shortness of breath. I can't really put it into a list because I do have several things that happen to me, but those are just a few of the things that really help me know that I'm about to go into a full-on panic attack. I will even go and visit my family when I need emotional support. And my family always knows when something's wrong with me. They always know. My mom especially always knows when I'm getting an anxiety attack. Makes me emotional thinking about it, honestly. I will get super high highs, and then I will have super low lows. Irritating to me that I can't contain it. I really try my best to group myself, and I do that trick. I don't know if you guys have heard about it, but when you have anxiety, something that can really help to ground you is trying to look at some things, trying to feel things, smell things, taste things, touch things. I believe that's the 5 things that you need to do when you're trying to ground yourself and bring yourself back from that panic attack. And I just wanted to say, like, you guys are not alone, and I know that it feels scary and you feel helpless and vulnerable, and that's okay. That's why we have these talks. That's why we let each other know that we have each other and we are never fighting this fight alone. I feel like anxiety is seen by other people as a weakness, or that you're being dramatic, or that you're being this and this and that, but the only people that say that are the ones that have never even experienced anxiety. So if you ever do experience someone telling you that, I want to be the first one to tell you, don't listen to them. And I know it could be very hard, but I have had family members before tell me that I'm thinking about it too much and that it's all in my head, and I'm like, yes, I know that it's in my head, but could you imagine being in my head? Could you imagine trying to get out of this state. Like, it's so frustrating. Like, it's not like I'm trying to be dramatic or I'm trying to feel the way that I do, but this is my brain and I'm trying to stop it, and I know that it's my brain and I know that I can control my own brain, but at the same time I can't, because anxiety is just like that. But a lot of people that will give you a hard time just don't understand it, haven't felt it. I've also gotten people telling me it doesn't exist, it's all in your head. You should never tell someone with mental struggles that they're overthinking it, or that it's all in their head, or that they're being dramatic. You don't say that, because you don't know what someone is going through, and you don't know if what you're about to say or what you have said was or is going to be the breaking point for that person. If you have never experienced what this person is feeling, whether it's anxiety or depression, you have no say in it, because you have not experienced it and you don't know what it feels like. Always be kind to everyone that you come across, because you don't know what they're going through. You don't know what they're going through. And if somebody's trying to reach out to you and confiding in you when they're emotional and sad, something that you definitely should not do is be like, they're always sad, they're always emotional. That is not a way to think. It's really evil, and it's even really hard for those with mental struggles to reach out to people sometimes. And that's sometimes what causes people to, think that that's the last straw. That is never the answer, because there's always an answer to something, and people love you. It's just really frustrating, because I have several friends that do go through the same things that I go through, sometimes worse. And just because they do have things worse doesn't mean that your situation is not valid. It doesn't mean that your situation is not valid, because you know what, we all have feelings and we all feel different things at a different level. That's the best way I could really put it, is that everyone feels things in a different way. And for someone, if they're going through something, it's probably like a breeze for someone else, and then for the next person it's like it makes them feel like it's the end of the world, because they have all of these mental struggles like anxiety or depression or BPD or so forth. That's why I feel like it's important to not use words like, oh, you're too emotional. A lot of my life, I have been told, you're too emotional, you're too this, you're too that, you're such a crybaby, you're such a cancer. Telling someone that has these things that they're too emotional can make them go into an episode. I try not to take it to heart when people tell me these things, but it just really hits different sometimes. It really just depends on where I'm at in life, where I am feeling in the moment, like what state I'm in. That's what really depends if I'm gonna just brush it off, or if I'm going to go into this state of mind where I'm just like, nope, I couldn't take that one and I have to immediately go to my room and cry. If you know, you know. Just know that your feelings are valid and you matter, and people love you to the ends of this earth, and don't ever feel like you're bothered for reaching out to someone for help. There's so many people out here that love you, that would love to help you. Like, reach out to your mom, reach out to your dad, reach out to your cousin, reach out to your best friend, reach out to someone that you can trust. And if you don't feel comfortable talking to them, you can always talk to a therapist, you can talk to God, you can talk to whatever you have faith in and trust in. It doesn't matter, as long as you're expressing it and not bottling it up. That's important. You can't be bottling up your emotions, because at the end of the day, you're just going to be like a balloon that's filled up with water to the very, very tippy top, and then one more drop and it explodes. And it explodes in the worst way, whatever that could be, like being really mean to someone, or, it gets to a point where you just have to let it out. It's just better to feel it and learn about yourself, learn about what your limits are, learn what your boundaries are, all that stuff, and know how it tries to play tricks on you as well, because I know for a fact that my brain tries to play tricks on me all the time, and sometimes I'm not even going to lie, it gets to me. That's when I have my panic attacks, or that's when I have my anxiety attack, or that's when I start to go into a deep depression. I'm not even going to lie about it. Like, I feel sad, and I'm like, I try not to really think about it. Let me get my brow gel. Today I'm gonna put on the Too Faced Lip Injections Extreme. I've tried this baby out before, but I'm just gonna put it on. Honestly, before, using those Too Faced Lip Injection Extreme used to be very spicy on my lips, and now they don't really tingle as bad. I'm just putting on this e.l.f. brow gel. Also, a lot of you guys were asking me if I got a brow lift when I had my wig on, and no. I talked about in the video that my brows actually just got stretched all the way up to Narnia because my wig was placed like this, but I don't have a brow lift. As you guys can see, I have my normal hair back, but diffuse a little bit of this bronzer because we're looking a little tan. I don't want to be depressed. I don't want to be sad. I don't want to feel the way that I do, and it makes me really sad because I want to be able to enjoy the things that I normally like to do, and I want to be able to feel back to normal like I usually do, and I want to be able to want to get up and hang out with my friends. I want to be able to get up and want to go see my family, and I want to be able to film videos for you guys and play around with makeup and, you know, do my social media thing. But, you know, sometimes like depression just gets in your way, and it's not really depression that I have. Like, on top of that, I'm a super anxious person. They also have like a super extreme one that I still haven't tried it yet. It's called the Maximum Plump. There's 3 levels, so I need to try that in a video sometime on my TikTok. So go check me out on TikTok if you haven't already. But I do feel like some days I just am having a really hard time to even want to do the things that I normally would be super excited to do. Like, I don't even want to get on the phone with a friend. And sometimes I will go a week to several weeks to months not even talking to my closest friends very much. And I want to thank my friends and my family for understanding why I don't really, you know, talk to them very much sometimes. Is because I'm going through it, baby. You know that one sound on TikTok that goes, "Bestie, I'm afraid to tell you this." This is my LA Girl Shady Slim Brow Pencil in the shade Soft Brown. I usually use brunette, but I can't find it right now, but this one still works. It's just, especially today, I woke up with this reach out when you need help. It is so important, because if you already feel alone and then you're not asking for help, you're going to feel even more alone. And I have a few friends that do go to therapy, and some family members that do go to therapy, and they have said that it helps a lot. You know, it's a safe space, and a therapist is not going to judge you. They're just going to try to better your life. Your mind is just clouded with all these negative thoughts about yourself, or like negative thoughts about like, oh, what is going to happen in the future, when that bad stuff that you're thinking of that's going to happen in the future hasn't even happened yet, because it's not going to happen. I really hope that in this video I'm making sense, guys, because I feel like my brain is really just scatterbrained. For the mascara, I'm going to be using Urban Decay's Perversion. Also, having very healthy outlets to be able to release your stress, as in, you know, for example, for me, I like working out when I'm super sad. I just noticed that every time that I've gone through something very traumatic, I've always been like, oh yes, like the gym is my escape. And now in California, we are fully opening up everything, and gyms are already starting to open. Thank God for that. In the beginning of this video, I was extremely sad. You guys saw that. And I still am. I'm not even going to lie, but if putting on a little bit of makeup is going to be making me feel better, you already know I'm going to be putting on some makeup. Here I am instead talking to my babies that I love, and we're making a video out of it. For my highlights, actually for my blush, I used LA Girl Island Hottie palette. So good. It has 4 pretty colors, and you guys can also use my code Aidette10 as always for LA Girl. I pretty much use LA Girl for a lot of the things. Also, my LA Girl Pro palette broke because I was too excited and I tossed it across the room. Put it on my nose. Something light. And we are done. We just wanted to do a little chatty video today where we let each other know that it's okay. So let me just let my hair down. My hair has grown. Has my hair not grown? It's so crazy. My hair has grown so much. Look at this. It's here. It's because I wasn't putting heat on it for a long time. I'm gonna show you this from the side. Looks like this. crazy. Wanted to say before I end the video that I love you guys and you are not alone, and there's so many people in this world that love you. You have endless purpose in this life. You are so talented, so beautiful, handsome, whatever. I can't wait to see what beautiful things are in store for you guys and the beautiful things that you guys end up doing. And most importantly, I'm so proud of you.